The mind that is anxious about the future is miserable. Seneca. I keep hearing this idea that there are only two ways to survive this thing. Either you turn yourself into a mental bunker, stoic, disciplined, untouchable, or you go full open heart mode and just feel everything. Consequences be damned. Be a rock, or be a river. And I bought that lie for years. Bought it wholesale. I tried the rock first. That phase where you read Marcus Aurelius like it's a survival manual, where every emotion becomes a personal failure, where sadness isn't sadness, it's poor judgment, where anger means you've lost control. I told myself I was calm. What I really was numb with better vocabulary. I'd sit there thinking, this doesn't affect me. Meanwhile, my jaw was clenched so hard I could have cracked teeth. But hey, internally, serene, right. Stoicism sounds noble until you realize how easily self-mastery turns into emotional tax evasion. I wasn't mastering anything. I was dodging grief, dodging disappointment, dodging the uncomfortable realization that some things actually mattered to me. And here's the part nobody puts on a quote card. If nothing affects you, nothing connects to you either. So eventually, the fortress got quiet. Too quiet. That's when I swung to the other side. Open heart. Radical honesty. Feel everything. Cry at songs. Overthink texts. Turn every emotion into a personality trait. And look, there's something real there. Feeling deeply is human. But without any structure, it's not depth. It's drowning. I confused intensity with meaning. Pain with truth. Suffering with authenticity. I'd tell myself, at least I'm alive, while being emotionally exhausted, reactive, and one mild inconvenience away from spiraling. Turns out, being in touch with your emotions doesn't mean letting them drive the car. So there I was, swinging back and forth. Wall myself off. Tear the walls down. Repeat. And the dumbest part, I thought the problem was picking the wrong philosophy. As if one more book would finally crown a winner. But the longer I sat with it, the more obvious and uncomfortable Ito became. The question itself was broken, because real people don't live like philosophies. They live like contradictions. The strongest people I know aren't emotionally dead, and they aren't emotional wreckage either. They feel things and somehow don't implode. That's when it hit me. Discipline isn't there to kill emotion. It's there to hold it, not a wall. A container. When I don't have any distance from what I feel, I don't experience emotion, I become it. Anger doesn't teach me anything when I'm shouting. Grief doesn't deepen me when I'm crushed by it. That tiny pause where I can say, okay, this is anger, instead of, I am angry. That's not suppression. That's oxygen. And here's the part I used to get wrong. That pause doesn't make feelings weaker. It makes them clearer. Because once I'm not drowning, I can finally ask the dangerous questions. Why am I angry? What boundary just got crossed? What do I care about that I'm pretending not to? Emotions aren't enemies. They're messengers. Annoying ones. Loud ones. Terrible communicators sometimes. But still ignoring them doesn't make you rational. It makes you blind. At the same time, obeying every emotion doesn't make you authentic. It makes you predictable. So now the work looks less impressive than either extreme. It's not heroic calm. It's not poetic suffering. It's noticing the feeling. Not panicking. Interrogating it. And then choosing deliberately how I act. Which is frustrating because there's no identity boost in that. No label. No aesthetic. Just responsibility. And honestly, I still screw this up constantly. I still shut down when I shouldn't. I still overreact when I know better. But at least now, I know what I'm failing at. Not feeling, not thinking. Integrating. And maybe that's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to post. Strength isn't being unshaken. And depth isn't being undone. It's being affected. Without losing yourself. And if that makes you harder to categorize, good. real people usually are. If this insight resonated with you, please hit the like button and subscribe for more philosophical reflections.